Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. Today we're looking at the new WALLHACK glass mouse pads, that being the VA-005, which is their new speed surface, and the CR005, which is their control surface. Both pads will come out in two different colorways, that being black and white. However, their white colorway is going to be released later down the line, so if you want to pick up the white variant, you might want to wait. This video is mainly going to be focused on the VA-005 because I currently don't have the CR005. I will be receiving the CR later, so once I do have that pad, I will do a dedicated review video for that pad as well. Huge shout out to WALLHACK for sending these pads out for me to check out. If you're interested in picking anything up from them, you can use my code Jaeky at checkout for a 10% discount on your order, which does help support the channel, so I greatly appreciate it. The VA-005 glass speed pad is going to be available for sale starting August 12th, which is when you should be seeing this video, and the control pad release is going to follow shortly after. So these surfaces are brand new to WALLHACK's lineup, and they are the 5th generation of WALLHACK's glass pads. Let's start off with the new packaging. I've always been a fan of how WALLHACK packages their glass pads. They feel very well protected. This time around, they have updated their packaging with this hard carry case, which is shock resistant with an EVA foam internal lining. It also has slots to attach modular carry accessories, which will be available on the WALLHACK website. The new case design is really nice for people who want to travel with their glass pad, and the whole design of the case feels super solid with the tabs to lock it securely. Inside of the case, you of course will be getting the glass pad itself. Underneath that, there's an envelope with a microfiber cloth for cleaning the surface of the pad, alongside two different sets of sample skates for you to test out different glide feels. I love this inclusion because there are so many different PTFE and UHMW dot skates that can completely change the way your mouse glides on a glass pad. So the fact that WALLHACK includes these for you to test out and see what sort of glide you like is a really nice addition. The size of these new glass pads is 510 by 440 millimeters. And the thickness of just the glass for the VA-005 is 2.3 millimeters and 2.5 millimeters for the CR005. The total thickness of the pads is made up of the glass itself, the print, and the silicone base, with the VA coming out to 3 millimeters and the CR at 3.3 millimeters, both being very low profile, resulting in a sleeker look on the desk. For comparison, the SP004 from last generation comes out to 3.9 millimeters in thickness, so the new generation is a little bit thinner. Something else that's new on these 5th generation glass pads is the edges of the pad have this rounded off taper. This is meant to reduce wrist and forearm irritation from contact with the border of the pad, and overall gives it a sleeker aesthetic. This new generation also improves upon the silicone base with a denser pattern and concave shapes in each square. This increases static friction with desk surfaces and prevents the pad from slipping during use. But during my experience with the SP004, I've never had an issue with the glass pad slipping at all, but it's nice to see that this has been improved for any edge case scenarios. Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to be talking about the VA-005 because that's what I have on hand. The VA is designed as WALLHACK's speed offering. It has a fine micro pattern made from small pyramid-like structures, which creates low surface resistance, giving your mouse a fast, fluid glide. This is perfect for high-speed gameplay and fast aim corrections. Think fast-paced shooters like Quake or Apex Legends. According to WALLHACK, the VA-005 was designed to be faster than the SP004, and in my own testing, when I compared it to my SP004, the glide on the VA definitely feels faster, which is pretty insane because the SP004, in my opinion, already felt like an extremely fast glass pad. But even though it is faster, that doesn't mean it's unusable. In fact, if you're someone who likes that frictionless experience, this might be the perfect pad for you. So let's go over why you might want to actually switch over to a glass mousepad if you are coming from a cloth mousepad. Reason number one is definitely going to be the durability and just the overall lifespan of a glass mousepad. The surface of a glass mousepad is pretty much designed to not wear down over time, unlike a cloth mousepad. So with a cloth mousepad, you will get slow dead spots after a lot of usage as dead skin cells and dirt builds up, and even washing like a cloth mousepad doesn't really give that new feeling back because over time the surface of a cloth pad will degrade. So the advantage of using a glass mousepad is that you won't have this issue of durability because glass mousepads will pretty much last forever. Unless of course you drop it or something and it shatters, but other than that, glass mousepads are super durable and pretty much meant to last a lifetime. Another reason you might want to get a glass mousepad is because they're really easy to maintain and clean. So with cloth mousepads, you do have to do a deep clean where you kind of rub down the mousepad with soap and water and then let it air dry. However, with a glass mousepad, you don't have to do any of that, so there's pretty much no downtime with a glass mousepad. All you need to do to clean a glass pad is just take a damp cloth and just wipe down the surface of the pad, and that's pretty much it. You can dry it instantly as well because it is glass, meaning that you really don't have any downtime with the pad, and you can just clean it and immediately start using it again, whereas with a cloth mousepad, you have to wait for it to dry. The next reason you might want to use a glass pad over a cloth pad is just because of the unique glide experience. So with a cloth pad, you do have speed pads, but overall you will still have that friction that you will feel on your mouse to the pad simply because it is cloth. Whereas with a glass mouse pad, especially if you're using some nice dot skates, you are going to get a really unique frictionless experience, which is really hard to describe unless you've actually tried one yourself. So depending on your aim and playstyle, a glass pad might actually be more suited for you than a cloth pad. And the final reason why I really like glass pads is just because of the way they look. I think glass pads look super aesthetically pleasing on your desk, and I think they just make a really great statement piece, especially if you get one with artwork. But even the ones without artwork, like a clean black glass mousepad, I think just looks super clean on any setup. But yeah guys, I have been using the VA-005 on Valorant for the past week, and honestly I've been having a really good time using this pad for Valorant. It's a really unique aiming experience, and if you've never tried a glass pad before, I highly recommend trying one out at least once. WALLHACK, of course, is my favorite company when it comes to glass mouse pads. I think they have really good build quality, and so if you are interested in checking out the VA-005, I will leave a link to that in the description below. And if you guys are curious about the CR005, which is their more controlled version of the glass pad, then just keep an eye out because I will be making a dedicated review video for that mousepad as well when I receive it. That's pretty much it guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.